concrete consequences of these decisions to real people.
Serious consequences for Mr. Kane, for yourself, and for your son.
The consequences of your response will be
accept the consequences.
The president's main concern is the international consequences.
And before you answer, consider the consequences.
You better think about the consequences of your actions.
Consequently, we can control them better.
And as a consequence,
My services are entirely inconsequential to them.
Because if we don't, the consequences
will have little consequence in fixing whatever.
Never disobeyed his daddy without paying the consequences.
Tried to record and bring home here the concrete consequences of these decisions to real people, to human beings.
This note. Serious consequences for Mr. Kane, for yourself, and for your son.
He just wanted to get her to come here, and
What does this note mean?
I will give you one last chance. The consequences of your response will be dire. By dire, Mr. Sims, I mean...
I'll accept the consequences.
I am your consequence.
First, I've got to put together a briefing for him. The president's main concern is the international consequences. What do you think, Mr. Secretary?
Together or not at all. And before you answer, consider the consequences. If we mess up the supply rendezvous...
You better think about what you're saying. You better think about the consequences of your actions.
Oh, shut up, woman.
You better
Create a cushion or pillow for their emotions, and consequently, we can control them better.
Memories.
of our laws, and as a consequence, have we not learned to live together?
You're the best digger in Egypt.
My services are entirely inconsequential to them. Hired or Shanghai.
Because if we don't, the consequences are huge.
Doing here, but I assure you whatever we accomplish will have little consequence in fixing whatever's wrong with your love life.
Bono would tell you that. I bet he ain't never disobeyed his daddy without paying the consequences.
I ain't never had a chance.
It won't make the slightest difference to me, Doug. But the consequences to you would be devastating. In your mind, I'll be dead, and with no one to guide you out, you'll be
Some of history!
This is going to happen. Action is inevitable, as are the consequences. When they come for me, I'll do everything I can to hide
Feelings. I would never.
You wouldn't, only because there's consequences. It's in the...
I'm doing this to stop IOI. I'm talking about real-world consequences. People suffering. Actual life and death.
Do you believe it?
Sense and reason. Cause and consequence.
Stand by. And I'm sure you've contemplated the consequences if you withdrew, reneging on the contracts with your...
Just start thinking, what would you have to do, man? There are consequences to what you do. You could not do anything to me. Because I am strong.
Doubt for some time to come. Meanwhile, the people of Krakosia suffer the consequences.
I'm food. You just got the next week off.
Well, don't toy with me, young man, because there will be consequences.
No, we're finishing this new...
You have to live with the consequences.
I do think you should know the consequences of what you've done. I do think you should know that my wife...
And that consequently, this country is...
Yes.
And consequently, why you are here now.
I'm here to help you, Ellie.
Lick Bonnie the dinosaur's fucking pussy? Huh? This is real life with consequences you take to the grave. Dude, we don't have watches. Shit.
Someone comes at you with a bottle. That is a deadly weapon. He's got to take the consequences.
I know that in my heart. I also know that you just...